finally Jungkook exclaims angrily as Yungi runs into the coffee shop. What the hell? You were supposed to take over 40 minutes ago. Sorry. Yungi smiles awkwardly, throwing his backpack on the bar counter, then hides behind the storeroom door to take his jacket off. The exam lasted a bit longer. I don't give a damn. Jungkook snorts. I have other work to do. You always have other work to do. Yungi waves away, looking out the storeroom. That's good. Jungkook thinks that there are no visitors here right now, and no one can hear their squabble. It's been only 40 minutes. I'm supposed to get off the subway already, you asshole. Jungkook hides his phone into the back pocket of his jeans and steps out from behind the counter, pulling his apron off. And now I'm gonna be just running into it. You'll make it in time. The guy shrugs too carelessly, taking the apron from Jungkook's hands, and begins to tie it on himself. Anything important I need to know? He gestures around the counter as Jungkook pulls his hoodie over his t-shirt, and then his denim jacket. Yes, the boy nods, throwing his backpack on his shoulder. You're an asshole and I'll never help you again, he states, stomping confidently to the exit, to which Yungi just rolls his eyes. And another yes, the sink is clogged up, Jungkook finally says, blowing him a kiss, and quickly disappears out the door, leaving Yungi alone with a clogged pipe and a weary sigh. Zipping his jacket up on the move, Jungkook hurries to his station. Breathing the cold air with his full lungs, the boy shudders a little from the wind and walks towards the subway. He has too little time left to make it on time. Only in the evening, dozing in an armchair, Jungkook hears the apartment door open. Jungkook, a pleasant female voice sounds on his ear as someone gently touches his shoulder. Jungkook twitches, frightened, and rubs his eyes, then finally looks at the woman in front of him. Oh, good evening, Mrs. June. He smiles at her as he rises from his chair and tries to keep his voice low. Sorry, I just fell asleep and, it's okay, she chuckles softly as she walks closer to the crib where her 2-year-old son sleeps. Was everything alright? Of course, Jungkook nods, setting his sweater right and hitching uncomfortably. We played, I fed him, we took a little walk. A snack, a bath, dinner, a fairy tale, and here it is, he smiles, pointing to the crib. He never woke up, so I snoozed. Sorry, Mrs. June. Come on, it's okay, she smiles, looks at her son one more time, and then puts her arm around Jungkook's back, leaving the child's room and closing the door behind them. For me, the main thing is that you didn't have any problem. And I know how you work a lot, dear. She smiles kindly at him, still rubbing his back, and Jungkook chuckles in his head, thinking how good it is that she doesn't know exactly what he does at his other works. Particularly at one of them. Would you like some tea? No, sorry, I have to decline. He smiles at the young woman, shrugging. I actually have to go to work now. I must run. Oh, okay, she nods, then walks with Jungkook into the hallway and reaches for her bag to take out some bills. Here, your salary for today. Thank you. Jungkook smiles at her, putting the money into his backpack. By the way, Mrs. June, I can't sit with him on Thursday. I just thought I'd give you a warning. I have an exam. I'll have to study. The woman sighs, but still gives him an understanding nod of her head and a slight smile. Oh, that's a pity, but it's okay. I'll try to come up with something. Thank you for the warning. Goodbye, Mrs. June. Jungkook gives her another smile before leaving the woman's apartment. It's almost 9 o'clock in the evening, and he hasn't even been home yet to take a shower. The guy walks down the street, watching the twilight igniting by the street lights, and sighs tiredly. Okay, he has no choice anyway. Quickly finding Andy the manager in his contacts, he presses the call button and listens to the long, annoying beeps until the phone is finally picked up. Yes, hey, Andy? This is Jungkook. Jungkook, the dancer. Yes, your number's saved. Something happened. Tell me, could I ask you to swap my turn on the stage with one of the guys? I can't make it on time. What does I can't make it on time mean? It's your job, Jungkook. I know. But I got held up somewhere else, okay? And I won't make it even if I want to. I haven't even been home yet, so should I tell our guests this? Sorry, baby Cookie won't dance for you today because he hasn't been home yet. Is that how you imagine it, Andy? Please. Jungkook's voice breaks slightly, and the boy only now feels a lump in his throat. I don't ask for things often. I just need to go home to take a shower and clean myself up. Then I'll be right there. He hears silence for a few moments, during which Andy must be considering his pleas, until he lets out a weary sigh. How far from the club do you live? About half an hour by the subway. Maybe a little more. Jungkook awkwardly scratches the back of his head. It's too long. You'll be cleaning yourself up. You'll be spending time on the road. No, it's too long, Jungkook. You will ruin everything. But Andy, please, I don't. Come on, get here to take a shower. But we'll figure it out. It's just about that, right? The man's voice sounds too tired, and the night has just begun. Jungkook is pretty sure he's already gotten on the nerves. If you need to go home only because of the shower, then go here straight away. We'll work something out. Are you sure? Less talking, Jungkook. We don't have much time before opening, okay? Jungkook lets the air out of his lungs and confidently walks down the subway. Okay, yes, I'm on my way. Alright, Taekook. And Andy hangs up, leaving Jungkook with no choice, just like it was before that phone call. Absolutely nothing has changed except for the fact that once again Jungkook has failed to insist on what he really needed. He quickly jumps into the right car and takes the book out from his backpack again. It is work, but he has the spare 30 minutes to get from Mrs. June to the club, and he's going to put it into good use. He still has classes tomorrow morning and he better be ready for them. So Jungkook is immersed in the economics until his arrival. Anyway, he still comes to the very opening. And Jungkook is sure Andy understood that when they spoke. So the boy, awkwardly clutching the strap of his backpack, walks down the backup corridor towards the dressing rooms. He does not know where Andy is, probably just somewhere in the hall, chatting with guests. But Jungkook cannot just stand still all this time, can he? But the fortune may have decided to smile at him at least once today, because he meets the administrator just at the door of the dressing room. Oh, finally, Andy breathes a sigh of relief as soon as he spots the boy trailing towards him. Thought you weren't gonna come. Yeah, as if I could, Jungkook mutters under his nose. Okay. So, you promised me a shower. Are you sure you really need it, Andy? Jungkook sighs. I'm going to strip in front of these men and they're paying big money for that. Trust me, they want me to be clean and smell good, okay? Andy shakes his head, looking around to make sure no one can hear him. You know the shower in the second dressing room doesn't work, but there's a bathroom in the owner's office. What? The old man often stayed here late. Andy waves his hand vaguely, not wanting to explain too much. Doesn't matter. There is a shower. You can clean yourself up. I'm not going to bathe in our boss's shower. Are you out of your mind? Jungkook curses, trying not to raise his voice so as not to draw attention to them. Do you want me to get fired today? Great plan. Andy, calm down. The guy nudges him lightly on the shoulder. Mr. Kim is not here today. He's not, of course he's not. The administrator snorts. You think he has nothing better to do but to hang out here with us at nights? His office is empty, and I have a spare key. I'll take you there. Still sounds like a shitty plan. The boy shakes his head. Haven't you come up with a better one? Like what? You have a choice? You've got to dance in less than an hour because the show's already begun. Don't you dare rip it all. Jungkook looks down at the floor, biting his lip, unable to find an answer. He knows he has no choice. He knows that he has no right to argue about anything at all, and he should be rather grateful that Andy is trying to come up with something at all. Okay, great, the guy sighs. Okay, I'll call Layla on stage now, and you go get your costume. I'll be waiting for you here in a minute. Jungkook nods at him and then quickly makes his way to the dressing room. He greets the guys, avoids most questions and quickly moves to the clothes rails. Leaving his jacket with his hoodie and his backpack here, the boy takes today's costume from the hanger and grabs a bottle of hairspray and Siri cosmetics from one of the tables. Where are you going? Jackson asks with a quirk of an eyebrow, returning from somewhere just as Jungkook is already moving to the exit. To change, Jungkook explains, hiding his shifty gaze. He lies just as badly as he defends his opinion. Alright, since when do you change clothes? Not here. The guy does not give in, and Jungkook just wants this day, damn it, to end as soon as possible. He just wants to escape from it, but this, unfortunately, will not happen in the near future. Jungkook, and his voice interrupts him, appearing at the door. How long do I have to wait for you? Sorry. Jungkook gives Jackson a smacking kiss on the cheek as he quickly moves around the boy who is twice his size. We'll talk later. Ye looks up at him with an apologizing look. Jungkook, and he does not stop, calling out to him again. Jungkook takes one last look at his colleague before running out the door. He tries not to drop anything from his hands while Andy, looking around from time to time, tries to lead him to the boss's office as unnoticeable as possible. The thing is that it is located in a separate corridor, away from the public eye, so it is extremely difficult to go unnoticed while slipping into it, especially in an attempt to hide from the prying eyes of the waiters and some of the guards. But when the music fades completely and Jungkook can hear his own footsteps on the stone floor, he realizes they are almost there. Okay, look. Andy inserts the key into the lock, pressing the tablet to him, and hesitantly twists it, opening the office door for them. Come on, get in. He pushes Jungkook inside, looking back cautiously before they are spotted, and quickly follows him in. Here's the bathroom. He nods at the wall on the left, and then opens the bathroom door for the boy and turns on the light in it. Jungkook takes a quick look around the room. A small glass shower, a sink with a mirror, a toilet, nothing special. He notices a basket of disposable shampoos and soaps and a few clean towels stacked on a shelf. The cleaners will notice that someone has been using the towels, Jungkook decides to say, turning to Andy. Don't worry, he shakes his head. I'll tell them to have it replaced today. But, listen, I'll be quoted if anything is missing from the office. What? Jungkook raises his eyebrows, and something unpleasantly shrinks in his chest from vexation. Well, excuse me, I don't know who you consider me to be, but I'm not a thief. Okay, no. Andy raises his hands defensively, then exhales nervously. That's not what I meant to say. I can't leave the office door open. Okay, what does it mean I'm going to lock you in here? No. No, Andy, don't you laugh at me, I'm serious. I'll just close the door while you'll be taking your shower. And when you're finished and ready, call me or send a message. I'll come and pick you up.